All right, guys. So, what I want to bring you today is an article from Culture Map Austin that talks about where Austin currently stands in the U.S. top 10 list of best places to live. So, this is just from a few days ago. Let's get right to it. So, the Austin metro area tumbled from number 5 last year to number 13 this year, as far as where its ranking currently sits among other U.S. metro cities. Austin's been knocked out of the top 10, according to U.S. News and World Report's annual ranking of the best places to live in the U.S. The Austin metro area tumbled from number 5 again to number 13. Austin used to rank number 3 in 2020 and number 1 in 2017, 18, and 19. Austin has been a really hot city that a lot of people have been moving to. I myself had moved here years ago from California to Austin because we knew Austin was an up-and-coming tech hub and a lot of people were moving here for tech jobs. So Austin has been on the rise for years, and so it was ranked number 1 for several years and then ranked number 3 in 2020 after remaining in the top spot for a few years. Currently, though, it's slipped, and this is mainly because what we're seeing right now is Austin is becoming less and less affordable. I myself, as a real estate agent, have seen people who used to be living here, who used to want to move here from California or other areas, are second guessing themselves. They're saying, should I still move to Austin? I mean, it was cheap, but maybe it's not quite as cheap anymore as we once thought it was. So these housing costs that continue to soar since the pandemic began are really putting a strain on a lot of people's ability to buy housing or afford the cost of living here in Austin. And that's what's really causing a drag on why Austin is not ranked number 1 anymore. So in March, the median sales price of a home in the metro area jumped 22% to $521,000. But what we've seen in the latest data actually is that now Austin is roughly $624,000. Yesterday from the Austin Board of Realtors, I saw another statistic that shows that actually the median right now is $642,500. That's the current median Austin home price. It's just insane because just a few years ago, it wasn't uncommon to find homes in Austin in the 200s, and now we're way above the 600s. So this is giving people pause. They're like, should I consider moving to Austin? It's just getting too expensive. So Austin is still experiencing a net growth, a daily growth of 146 people moving here. Even when I moved here 8 years ago, we heard that Austin had been growing about 150 people a day. It seems this has not stopped in any way, shape, or form because there's still a net growth of 146 people a day. But again, significant demand on our infrastructure, particularly housing, is causing the growth to slow down. It's giving people an opportunity to ask themselves if there's maybe a cheaper place they want to live, maybe somewhere that's not quite as expensive. Although Austin is amazing and I do love living here. So for this year, it looks like Huntsville, Alabama actually grabbed the top spot from last year's top ranked metro, which was Boulder, Colorado. Huntsville came in 3rd place last year, but this year it's the number 1 place. How interesting. So people are moving all across the country today. They're putting more emphasis on affordability and quality of life rather than on the job market. Austin is great for job growth and opportunity, but it seems that's not really the number 1 thing people are looking for anymore. They want to know about their quality of life, the cost of living, and in a lot of ways, Austin is becoming more expensive, so people are having to reconsider their options. So elsewhere in the U.S., you can see where Texas cities lie, like Dallas, Fort Worth, which landed at number 32, up from 37 last year. Houston landed at 59, which is down from 39 last year. San Antonio is at number 83, that's down from 75 a year ago. And Killeen, which is about an hour or so north of Austin, landed at 108, up from 114 last year. So comment below, let me know your thoughts on what you think about the Austin housing market. If you think it's getting hotter, if you think it's getting too expensive, we'd love to know your thoughts and feedback. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. I appreciate you so much for being here. Have a great day and thanks.